This video has been 20 plus years in the making. It's going to sound like some kind of weird rant. It really is not. This is to warn you that if you are thinking about joining the Mormon church, or if you are in the Mormon church and you're starting to see signs that you don't need to be there, it's not something you belong to, it's not something you believe, and others are forcing you to either stay or to believe what they want you to believe, get out. Find a way out. There are groups all over the internet. There are groups within the church that the church does not know about that will help you get out. Drastically seek that hope to get out. I was dumb enough to believe that everything would be okay when we moved from Maine to South Carolina to be closer to my other half's parents who had gone Mormon like 8 years before. That was not the truth. When we moved, my kids were 5 and 6, and shortly afterwards, my ex started hanging out at his parents' house all the time. I thought there was no way that this pot-smoking, free spirit, Bob Marley loving guy would completely and utterly change into something that I don't even recognize anymore. It's 20 plus years later. We've been separated for a really long time. But it destroyed my children's lives. It destroyed my life. It took my kids away from me. All because I didn't believe what he wanted me to believe. He didn't, being around the Mormon missionaries and his parents, he got indoctrinated, like brainwashed. And before I knew it, I got the ultimatum of marry me and become Mormon or go the hell home. I took my kids and went home, and before I even made it back to Maine, he basically had a court order stating that he had the right to come take my children away from me. There's so much more to the story. But my kids are now almost 21 and almost 23. And it destroyed their lives as well. Any religious organization that makes you sign a statement when you want to leave saying that they want you to leave them alone, they want nothing more to do with the church, they have to go out of their way to prove that they don't have those beliefs. My daughter's got tattoos, which is against the religious beliefs of the Mormon church. Basically as a final statement that, look, you don't own my body, you don't own me, I can do what I want. It destroyed their self-esteem. It also has to do with the family that they were raised with. And none of these people feel like they have the right, even when they get out, to speak out on video or anything else, because they feel like somehow, even though they don't believe what the Mormon church believes, they have put so much doubt and fear into these kids' lives. I lost custody of my children for a very long time. I was forced, because I was in the South, to pay child support to him. I only got my kids every other weekend, 3 unconsecutive weeks in the summertime, and every other holiday. I was fighting an uphill battle with a church that has more money and power than anyone around here thinks. My dad saw it coming when we moved. He said he had read a book called Under the Banner of Heaven or something to that effect. And he was petrified for me to move to South Carolina to be near these people. And I should have listened to him. I should have never gone. I should have protected my kids with everything in me. But I didn't know enough And I thought I would be able to protect my kids no matter what. So please, if you have any love for your children, love for yourself, and feel like you are trapped or are getting sucked into this cult, get out now. Do it now before you destroy your kids' lives. My kids are now old enough to make their own decisions and to be with who they want to be with. But the everlasting damage that my ex's family, the Mormon church, and everything that they touch affects your kids. And unless you stay in the Mormon church and stay in that bubble for your entire life, even getting out does not change how your mind works when you're brainwashed into something and you're told you have to believe this. Your stability, everything is taken out from under you when you try and leave. However, the sooner you get out, the less damage is caused. This video has been way too long in the making. I've seen 1,000 posts from people who have now finally freed themselves, and all of them are suffering the same indignation and the same hurt. And please minimize that as much as possible on the people around you, especially your children. You have to think about their best interest. And I don't care who sees this. I really don't. I was more scared for my kids in the time that I lost them than any parent has ever been. I was literally 20 minutes away from them and didn't see them for 8 years. I got bullied. I got taken advantage of. It's like having that umbilical cord stretched so tight that you can't even leave the state. Even if you can't see them, you don't feel like you have any control over how to help them. So please, if you have any ties to the Mormon church, if you are stuck there, there are ways of getting out. Do some research and get out. Thank you.